All right, so today we're diving deep into It Starts With Us.
Oh, I love that book.
You know, that sequel to Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just finished this amazing podcast review all about it.
Oh, nice.
So if you loved It Ends With Us, get ready because this one picks up right where it left off.
Yep. Lily and Atlas back at it again.
Back at it again, trying to make that relationship work.
Right. And this time, it's more than just the romance.
It is. There's a lot more going on.
You know, healing and co-parenting and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah, the co-parenting. Don't forget about Ryle.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's back in the picture.
Definitely adds a layer of complexity.
A whole other layer.
Yeah. Makes you think about those messy realities,
Totally.
of healing from trauma.
And dealing with someone who has a history of causing hurt.
Exactly. Especially, and there's a child involved now.
Yeah, that adds a whole other dynamic for sure.
And the book switches back and forth between Lily and Atlas.
Oh, I loved that. Loved that.
Yeah, you see both sides of the story, both their points of view.
It's like you're getting both sides of the same coin.
Right. So you see Lily struggling to balance, everything.
Motherhood, the business.
Right. And still dealing with, like you said, the emotional scars.
From her marriage to Ryle, it's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
And the co-parenting thing with him, oh, man.
Oh, it's intense. You can just feel the tension.
But you know what else is cool? We finally get to see Atlas's past.
Yes. I was waiting for that.
I know. It's like we get to understand him even more.
Totally.
His relationship with his mom and brother.
It was rough.
It was. Really adds a whole new dimension to his character.
Yeah, you can see why he's always been so strong for Lily.
Mm-hmm. It just shows even the strongest people, they have those vulnerabilities too.
Shaped by their past experiences, for sure.
And that brings us to the whole idea of healing.
Yeah, that's a huge theme throughout the entire book.
Right. And they both go through it in their own way.
Right, you see Lily grappling with it, trying to move on.
Not just move on from the abuse, but rediscovering herself.
Right.
Creating a new life for herself on her own terms.
Absolutely. And for Atlas, he's confronting his family.
Right, like his family's shortcomings.
Trying to learn how to have healthy relationships.
Yeah, without letting his past, completely dictate everything.
It's really powerful.
It shows that healing isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
It's so personal.
It is.
And you see that so clearly in their stories.
And then there's that whole theme of second chances.
Oh, woven right through the whole thing.
Right. In love and just life in general.
They're both striving for futures that are different from their pasts.
It's like breaking free,
Totally.
Not letting the trauma hold them back.
Exactly.
It's about being resilient.
And choosing to write their own stories.
Yeah.
They're not looking for a fairy tale.
No fairy tales here.
They want something real, something they build together.
Right, like a realistic path toward, growth and healing.
That's what makes it so compelling.
It does. It's honest.
And it doesn't shy away from the hard stuff.
Right. Like the whole Ryle situation. It's a lot.
It can be emotionally heavy.
Especially, I think, if you're looking for just a pure romance.
Right, a light and fluffy sequel.
Yeah, this isn't really that. It's more than that.
It's real, it's raw. It doesn't sugarcoat the challenges.
No, it doesn't. But it does make you think.
It does.
It raises some important questions about, what people face.
And how those situations, they impact everything.
Especially second chances.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll definitely unpack that more.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's amazing, though, how, even with all that going on, they still have those really sweet moments.
They do.
Yeah.
Their connection is just so genuine.
You can really see how they, support each other's growth.
And it's not like instant fireworks or anything.
Oh.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
Built on trust and understanding.
It feels real.
Exactly.
Like real love takes time, especially when you've both got baggage.
Especially, when you're dealing with past stuff.
They really have to work through their own issues first.
Yeah.
Before they can truly be together.
And speaking of working through issues,
yeah,
the character development in this book is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Lily especially.
She's come a long way.
Oh, absolutely.
From It Ends With Us.
She's not just surviving anymore,
She's taking charge.
Yeah, she's making decisions.
Protecting herself.
Protecting her daughter.
And setting boundaries.
Especially with Ryle.
Oh, especially with Ryle.
Which is, not always easy.
Not at all.
But what's interesting is she's still compassionate,
Yeah.
even when she's being firm.
It shows how complex it is.
The whole co-parenting thing
Yeah.
with an ex like that.
There's no easy answers.
No.
And Hoover doesn't pretend there are. Nope.
And then there's Atlas.
Oh my gosh, Atlas.
We see a whole other side of him.
So much depth.
His struggles with his family.
Especially his mom.
It's heartbreaking.
It really makes you think about,
Mhm.
even people who seem so strong.
Yeah.
Like Atlas.
Like he's always there for Lily.
Always.
But he has his own battles.
He does.
And it makes him even more relatable,
More human.
Yeah, like we all have our own stuff.
Our own story.
Our own struggles.
I think Hoover does such a good job of balancing it all.
Yeah, she does.
The romance and then these heavier themes.
Right. It's not all sunshine and roses.
No, but there are those lighthearted moments.
Yeah. And then you've got the more intense stuff.
Yeah, the pacing is great. It keeps you hooked.
It really does. And it's important for people to realize
Yeah.
that this book, it's not just romance.
No.
It's about growth and resilience and, just life.
The messy realities.
Exactly.
We were talking earlier about how those parts with Ryle, they can be really tough to read.
Yeah.
But I do think it's important
Oh, it is.
that Hoover shows that side of co-parenting
It's real.
with an abusive ex.
Sadly, a lot of people go through that.
They do.
And it needs to be talked about.
Yeah, that's not something we should shy away from.
And it raises a bigger question, too.
About
Like, are we telling enough stories?
these kinds of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are we representing, the real struggles?
I mean, Hoover doesn't shy away from it.
No, she doesn't. And that's what makes her work so powerful.
I think it starts with us. It's more than a sequel.
It is.
Like a conversation starter.
Yeah. About healing, about second chances.
About the complexity of relationships.
It definitely leaves you thinking
It does.
about the characters' choices and how they handle everything.
And ultimately, I think it does offer hope
Yeah.
that even when things are tough,
Mm-hmm.
there's always potential for something better.
A brighter future.
You see that with Lily and Atlas.
You do. It's something we can all hold on to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like we're right there with them
Yeah.
through all the ups and downs,
Oh, yeah.
experiencing it all.
Hoover's so good at capturing those emotions.
She is.
Like, you really feel what they're going through.
It's relatable.
Yeah, it's more than just a story,
It is. It's like a reflection of our own lives in a way.
Mm-hmm. Our own search for healing and second chances.
It makes you think, how can we apply these lessons
Right.
to our own lives, to our own challenges?
I mean, Lily and Atlas, they teach us so much
They do.
about setting boundaries, about choosing yourself.
It's empowering.
It is. It's like they're saying you're not defined by your past.
You have the power to change things,
To shape your future, even when it's hard.
even when you have to make tough decisions.
Exactly.
Lily's transformation, I mean, wow.
She's amazing.
From struggling with trauma to creating this new life.
For herself and her daughter.
It's inspiring.
It shows you can go from just surviving to thriving.
And Atlas, he teaches us about vulnerability.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be okay,
It's okay to ask for help.
to face those inner demons.
And I think their journeys, while different, they both kind of point to the same thing.
That healing, it takes courage.
Yeah, you got to face your fears.
There's no easy fix.
no magic solution.
It's about taking those steps,
Done at a time.
moving forward,
Even when it's tough.
and remembering that setbacks, they happen,
They do. It's part of life.
but they don't have to define us.
It's how we respond, how we keep going.
That really matters.
Yeah, striving for that better future.
And it starts with us. It reminds us of something else, too,
What's that?
that we don't have to go through it alone.
We don't.
Both Lily and Atlas, they have people who
Mhm.
support them,
Who love
and
them.
guide them.
Remind them of their worth.
It's a powerful message.
That human connection, it's so important.
It can make all the difference.
Especially on that road to healing.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left with this feeling of hope.
Hope.
Hope that even when things are messy,
Mm.
second chances are possible.
They are.
Healing, it might take time,
It does.
but it's attainable.
And stories like this,
They remind us of that.
they can inspire us to find our own path.
To growth and resilience.
So we'll leave you with this thought.
Yeah.
Think about Lily and Atlas, their journey.
What resonated with you?
What did you learn?
How can their story help you?
Navigate your own challenges.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into It Starts With Us.